last night. Honestly.
Because I don't want Andrew to repeat it.
He's probably really mad about last night. Mr. Schneider, you should have went to the game last night.
I knew that.
Like, you should have went to that game
All
last
of
night.
it?
I was at
Stuff
A
that
game
was
last
even
night,
due
does that
Monday.
count?
It was terrible. It was terrible.
Your shooting sucks.
Like, our shooting record was horrible. The most shots, we had 2 people tied for 4 made shots. And that's the highest that we got.
That's not gonna be good.
And why don't you?
Gentleman was mad. He was like, oh, and then the refs were
They
terrible.
lost like so bad.
I've never
Yeah,
had this.
and the refs were terrible because like Avon would like foul. Avon kept fouling and they wouldn't call any Avon, and then we didn't even like touch anybody, and then they're like foul.
to 30 or something.
It was like 14 to 40.
Yeah, Dermot doesn't work on the shoot, he just makes him run.
Yeah.
No problem. I'm not.
Like I did better shooting like
Oh no, crap.
before the game than any of
She
our
drives me
girls did.
insane. She doesn't want to put us on anything. I'm like, well, I'm gonna stay up and practice by myself.
No, before math.
Come over to our softball, we had it.
I know. She's like, you guys have a lot of Susan. I'm like, why? Because that's slow pitch. I know.
All right, people, welcome to Wednesday.
I feel like I've been for like a week.
And I feel like that too because I left on Thursday. Right?
Or what?
Last time I left this town, I left on Thursday.
Oh yeah. So
So
you,
I drove out on Thursday, I drove in on Wednesday.
but you came
It's
here
been
on
almost a
Monday.
week.
His horse was
So
named.
did you go?
Yeah. You didn't go?
Not jealous, it's not
I was here by text.
Now, if you came here Thursday.
Yeah, I got that text
you
and I was
didn't
like.
need your car Thursday.
He sent the text,
Not to
like,
everybody,
like, on,
yeah, I was gonna say.
like on the moto or whatever, and I got the text and I was like, I didn't bring any of my homework.
So, I'm probably gonna need to close my chemistry, or am I gonna need that later? during
You're
study?
gonna need it Thursday.
You're gonna need it during study walks, I have no idea what I'm doing.
And I'm gonna need to get my mouse out of my bag because the button is clicked. Every time I slide sideways, it was dragging the whole screen. That's not cool. Yes. Very much. Now, when I click into physics class and look at falling objects, I'm gonna see 10.
Yeah, mine.
You won't see me.
And when I go to Burt campus and log in, I'm gonna see that, right? Am I kidding?
No.
Let's be.
No, there's like 4 people missing. Or 1.
Group 2.
Yep.
We're missing a lot.
object.
Well, passing around the thing, what am I doing?
That's one. There's 2 gone.
Passing it. Just 2. Oh, that's true.
I'm supposed to have 11, but I've only got 2.
Cassie and Nikki are gone.
Good job, kid.
Nikki is smart.
Always on the ball.
Cassie was absent first period or no?
Yeah. She's been gone all day.
She should be marked too, but she
Hasn't been all day.
What the deal is this? Mom hasn't sent a note yet?
For what?
An email? For her being gone?
No, Jane called Mr. Steele, and Mr. Steele said that whoever was gone,
She doesn't feel
Yeah.
it.
Jane said she knew about it already.
Usually Jane marks them when
See, how she find out about Cassie? She didn't find out about me.
she found out about Nikki, but she didn't find out about Cassie.
That's how it works, Adam. So try it.
I don't know.
Yeah, Jane's gone.
She only knows what people tell her. So nobody tells her stuff, then.
Just like.
So, I gotta go find physics in class building.
I'm gonna play a game all day. It's too tough, you know?
Get the game probably this week, it's so fun.
It makes my world better if I do attendance in there also. So,
It says assignment center, you have no assignments turned in this morning, please.
reset bubbles.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
Alright, nobody has any class dojo coach. And last time. So everybody's got one, or these people have one, and these people have two. Whose, assignment should I open and use for reference? Who did a good job?
Brittany. Mine.
Brittany's.
Brittany did a good job?
Yeah.
She did a fantastic job, I'm guessing.
What?
You might wanna listen. Just think.
And using your assignment.
So, Wile E. Coyote drops a bowling ball off a cliff, trying to catch a roadrunner. Cliff is 132 meters high. How long does it take the ball to fall to the ground? What formula did you use? Last class period, I was at the board and you weren't listening, so who's going to the board?
That's the way I got it.
I know how to do it.
What do they call this?
Go show it.
It's not an excuse, but
Oh,
it ain't gonna be.
this is
Your
like
computer plugged in?
last week, wasn't it?
Oh.
You can use mine, I got yours
No.
open.
I don't know.
Okay. So we're gonna find out if everybody did it the same way and see if we all got the right answer.
This physics falling off the street.
Yes.
Something like that.
Okay.
Oh.
That's what I did. There.
I know all my formulas written down.
Somebody is a true Longhorns fan.
No, I.
Gotta make their teeth with Longhorns on it.
Where's the word in Texas?
I know.
I can't speak today.
Both of my kids went through Air Force basics down there, so we kinda turned into Longhorn
Are they
fans.
taller than you?
6'4" or 6'3".
How old are you? 6'5"?
6'5" and 7'8".
That's 7 8 matters.
How are they not
I'm a
taller than
science
you?
teacher.
How tall am I then?
Quarter-inch open midget.
Agreed.
What, 5'7" to be a model?
Oh God, what?
Yes,
I feel
too.
like I'm going forever, I can't do this.
So Brittany's got 5.19 seconds.
It was not fun, I just sat
That's
there all
wrong.
day and sat in doctor.
That's what I got.
I got 5.2.
You did.
I wasn't here.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
I got the same
Probably
grade.
maybe 6 foot. Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying.
You made me laugh.
This is 4 or something.
Problems on that one? Questions?
Wait, which one is this for?
First one.
I gotta find my,
This is for the number one, okay, I'm gonna write all these down. So I know
This
to
is
do.
number 1A.
you should get kicked out. She can't write stuff.
I don't have a problem with you writing down 5.19 seconds.
No, I'm not doing it, I'm writing an entire thing down.
No. You have to figure the whole thing out. I don't have a problem with you writing the answer down,
Kick it out.
so that you can check it when you're done.
No, I want to have that there, so I don't have to do it.
You need to figure out what to do. That's the learning part. You learned how to copy in second grade. Actually, probably kindergarten and first grade. You copy from the teacher. Second grade, you started copying from your classmates,
Second grade?
because you started getting homework in second grade.
I don't think I have a
Right.
copy. Yeah, I remember that big pile of the boy did.
I know it's getting back in the there. Forgot where my shoe was. I was forming.
Sorry.
Took us that.
I just want to clarify this for when we take pictures. It'll make more sense to people that are going, if we do that. Did everybody get 50.862 for B? Is that because she did it all and you guys copied?
Hold on.
No,
Good answer.
I actually did it.
Good answer.
Are we there? Yeah, it's good.
Hey, I need a calculator because I accidentally did 7 instead of 6, so I need somebody to calculate.
Oh, so somebody needs to give her the right answer for this? Because she punched in the wrong number on her calculator?
I got it.
50.9?
50.862 divided by 3.
Yep, I got that.
Formula did you use?
Oh, I didn't put the end.
What's the
I got
answer?
5.2 seconds.
I need a calculator, guys.
It's like 16 or
That's what I
17?
did.
16.95 years.
Glad we're doing it.
There you go.
What?
16.95.
I did it.
Well, in the earlier one that I
See, I
did,
got
like,
44.1.
.7, I got, 16.6 or 9.6.
That black hills on there, it look like state colors underneath.
Cause it's like so close that I don't think it's.
So I rounded mine to 50.7. I got 9
No.
Okay.
See?
What?
I got 44.1.
Me too.
Hey.
So she took the answer times 3 seconds.
Would it make a difference if you did times 0.3?
Oh, heck yeah.
Oh, I
It
like
would.
that.
Is that longer?
That's the same as dividing by 3.
That's fun, man.
Oh, and she did divide by 3, never mind. I had it wrong in my head. You got it right. So there's some question about whether C should be 44.1?
I
saw
I'd
that
say
in
that.
a couple places.
That's neat. What?
All right. And we'll look at that in a minute. See if there's something wrong with the process or if there's just the wrong numbers plugged into the right process.
Yeah.
Brittany,
Yeah, let's go.
9.8 times 3 is 29.4.
On D, it's 29, not 20.
Yes, 20.
I have 29.
Doing things quickly with people watching, you screw up. It's one of Murphy's laws, I think. The more people that are watching, the more you're gonna screw up.
Or it's not
The
a
faster you do it, the more you're gonna screw up.
Okay, I'm gonna need like a whole board for F, so
Okay,
if
just
anybody
tell me.
wants.
I didn't
We
hear that.
we can just stop right there.
E, I got 20.7.
We'll get somebody else to do that.
But I like F.
Okay, hang on then.
That's the only one I like.
We need to stop, we need to
This is
backtrack and
yay.
regroup. Everybody agreed with A, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Nobody had any issues at all?
Mm-mm.
Falling time is easy now. You got that all figured out.
I think A and B are both like good.
So if I asked you, if we drop a penny off the top of the Statue of Liberty from the observation deck, it's on the floor of the observation deck and you push it off with your foot, how long is it gonna take to land? You guys will all get it right. Right?
Well, okay, you know how those fly? Would that like go through someone's head? Would it
Um,
be that much speed?
And that's the question that I would ask.
See, I'm pretty sure, no, I'm pretty sure, cause like, they did a thing where if you drop a bowling ball and, like, they did a like
The Hebrews, I got it.
experiment, and I was gonna ask you
Hey.
about it. What?
There should only be one person talking at a time.
I was gonna
That
ask,
has to stop.
I was gonna ask you about it, because I was really confused, because if they drop a bowling ball and a penny off the top of it, it impacts like the ground, like the, like dents around it are the exact same.
And if I wanna kill you, do I throw a bowling ball at you, or do I shoot a little teeny tiny bullet that weighs grams instead of 16 pounds?
Bullet,
Well, you can do
Which
both.
one does more damage?
both of them.
They're the same. Depends where you, it depends where you hit
Well,
them.
If I throw a bowling ball, or I shoot a bullet, which one does more damage?
The bullet.
The bullet. By far, it's not even close, right?
Yep.
But the bullet only weighs like 2 grams.
But that's because it's
And the
going
bowling ball weighs
faster.
16
That's
pounds.
because you can't throw it as fast as
Okay.
a gun can shoot a bullet.
So, he asked about the penny and the bowling ball. If they land, are they gonna do the same amount of damage?
No.
They
Well, they should because you're dropping them at the exact same. Like, gravity's pulling them down at the exact same.
So a penny and a bowling ball are gonna fall on the ground and do the same amount of damage
Well,
to the
that's what
ground?
they did. Like, they tried it and it did. I don't know.
I would wanna double check that.
Cause like it almost is the same.
That just doesn't make sense.
The detonate,
So if I drop a paper clip
I know it's faster.
and I drop a shot put, and they both land on your feet,
Okay. It'd be the
you don't care about this one and you cry about the other one.
Yeah.
But like, if you
So
drop
that
them-
bowling ball penny thing doesn't make any sense to me.
Okay, anyway, continue. You can erase A.
B,
Yeah.
we don't have a picture.
Cause hurry up and take a picture. Send it to everybody, so then I don't have to.
But is B 50.862 meters per second? B is impact velocity, right?
Yep.
What is the impact
I rounded
velocity?
mine.
And everybody got that?
I got that. Well, I just rounded.
How did you get that?
Wait, hold on.
I'm smart.
Continue talking.
Can you feel that even?
I did see you. Hey,
Look at me.
Me? What? I'm listening. I didn't talk.
hey,
Can you feel that already?
That was dummy. I fixed the heater for us.
My bad. She answered you and I got the wrong one. 50.862.
Yeah, I got 50.9, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's easy?
Yeah.
No big deal.
hey, they're right on that one
The
because
next one.
you're supposed to multiply it. I had that. Well, like I didn't have that, but yeah.
Hang on. Can we take the maximum speed divided by 3?
That's right. But
Why did we divide by 3?
like the math is right, but that's wrong. Because you're supposed to multiply because you did that line thing. Was I right?
So what's the 3? The 3 doesn't have a label up here.
Second.
Okay. So
3 seconds.
I have another number. So what are we going to do with the 3 seconds?
You multiply it
We need to take it times what?
times 50.862.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because that's how much centimeters per second, so you need to take the 3 times that to figure out how far it went. You know what I'm saying, home dog?
Like that?
Yeah, and then you get 44.
Okay, wait a second. I'm a science teacher. I'm a detail guy. I have a problem with this. I have 2 problems with this.
Why'd you take so long?
First one, the 3 seconds is a number. This is a conversion factor. You should always start with a number. Otherwise, sometimes you'll start with this thing upside down. And you might multiply when you should divide. You might divide when you're supposed to multiply. Minor. This is a maximum speed. Was it going this speed for 3 seconds?
Yeah, okay, that was the whole problem.
No.
No. It was not going this speed the whole time. So this number,
Wrong.
instead of V,
X.
should probably be labeled with, right? Isn't that the final velocity? So if we're gonna do this times 3 seconds, we're probably gonna wanna go, and we probably want this thing to be an average velocity, right? Do you have a formula that has an average velocity at a time?
I don't.
Yeah, yeah. So then you take,
Equals what?
no, average velocity,
What are we trying to find?
average velocity, meters, I don't know, distance.
Right? Yeah. But you're the only one that said it.
Are we trying to find?
I don't think I did.
Are we supposed to, what are we supposed to find and see?
I thought we were supposed to be finding average velocity. Yes, we're supposed to find the distance, except like you just said,
Yeah.
we need to find the average velocity.
You need to find the average velocity so that you can divide it by time to give you the distance.
Okay, well, we have 50.62 minus 0 divided by, so then you divide 50.862 by time, which is 5.19, and then No, 3. There would be 3. What are you? Then it would still be 50.862.
No, that can't be right, can it?
Exactly, that's what I just said.
Over T.
That has to be 3, so you have to divide 50.862 divided by 3.
So that's not a D. That's what you're saying?
I just said that! Can I just do that? Can you just erase all that?
This is not that hard to figure out.
Are you saying I did it right?
Yes, but you have the wrong number in there. We can't have that 50 in there. You did it right, but we can't have that 50. What's the average velocity? How do we find average velocity?
I just like did it for you.
Because this isn't going to get it.
You can't,
You said it once. I'm gonna start doing F.
Please don't. Somebody give me an average velocity formula.
3. I started F. It's gonna be on that. Wait, why do you have 3C?
Oh, it's 1C, isn't it? Never mind. I blew up. I'll fix it.
Good job.
Stuff happens. They need to die. That one didn't kill me. You okay? Right?
That's what I did.
So this is gonna be, how far did he fall?
132 meters. Just kidding. Divided by 1 point, or whatever. Divided by what?
In 5.19 seconds?
I don't have my calculator here, so I can't. 25. What? Okay, so then you divide that by 3?
Is that right? Other people got that? Did you fat finger it or screw it up somehow?
I didn't get that one done.
So then this number down here should be 25.433 meters per second
So then you.
times 3 seconds. So then we're gonna get 76.3, 299.
So that's the answer?
Because the seconds canceled and we have meters left. Does that make sense?
So.
Wait, so the answer's like 76?
How far does he fall in the first 3 seconds? So he fell for 5 seconds. In the first 3 seconds, he fell half,
Over half.
a little over half.
It would have to be over half.
Sure, sure. Does that make sense?
Moving on.
No. Chill. Physics is all about making sense. There's a fourth, there's a...
Wouldn't it be meters per second?
Over here?
No.
Yeah.
No, they asked how far, and our seconds canceled. Does it make sense that he falls a little over half of the way down in 3/5 of the time?
Yeah. It was a little over half.
Okay.
It was-
Is he gonna be going faster at the bottom than he was at the top?
No, it'd be a little less than half. No.
3/5 is over half. And 3 seconds and
I
5.19,
understand.
so it's really, that's how much of the time is gone. Right? Because it's seconds and those cancel. So 3 over 5.19 whatever percent that is, that much of the time is gone. And he's gone 76 out of 132, which is over half. And this is over half. Yeah, I know, you're doing something completely different. Yeah.
He's saying that you were not paying attention and you were like doing something else. Continue.
Okay, sure, I know.
We go to big period next, and then we go on.
10/18. So our answer of 76 makes sense? Sure. And then we can move on. Do we need the 76 over there? Does our answer have to plug into D? No.
All of it. I'm gonna have to wait for you to get done with this.
Yes.
Because I need to.
And that's okay.
Can I just take them?
So when we go to D, why do we have G times 3 seconds? What's the formula that tells us we have to take G times 3 seconds? Is that it?
Well, there's D.
I would guess it's
D,
not.
but that's it.
Because our answer is meters per second.
V was T times G.
So this one does that? But that says E right there.
No, it's not like that. B
B.
equals T times G.
And this is V equals G times T. So we're okay with that? And we think this is correct? 29.4 meters per second? What does that tell us?
I think you're wrong.
I think you're wrong too.
I got
That's
that
not
right.
what I got.
So,
I got 29.4. I got 40.
Go me.
Oh, that one, I got that, but on this one over here.
I changed that. But
Not on C?
on E, I got like 20.74.
Whatever, I'll write it down.
Hang on. What happens if you plug in 29.4
Hey, this is what I
right there?
did. Hey, this is what I did. I did 1/2 times 9.8 squared times 3 seconds squared. And then I got 44.1.
For this?
Yeah.
I don't know how I get D right, but I don't get C right.
1.5 G.
That's struggling file.
1/2 parentheses
Nobody got C right.
9.8.
9.8
That's G.
and then squared.
Like he showed us
Squared.
and nobody got that right.
And then 3 seconds squared. And then 44.1 is what I got.
So you use the formula V equals 1/2 GT squared.
Yes.
And that gives you an answer of 44.1
Put 1.
meters. We got 29.4 over here as the velocity. When you found this formula, did it maybe have, say, average next to it? Or have a little AVE as a subscript? Can you go find that formula? And see if some of them don't have that right there? Because if it doesn't, then this is not an average velocity. If it does, then it's an average velocity.
What are you talking about?
The formula that you use.
We just did.
We're double checking whether that's an average
We just
velocity.
did what you did the
or
other
not.
day on the board.
I know.
Like
I know.
when we were figuring out the video things, that's what she told us to do to find that, so that's what we did.
I'm not saying it's wrong. I just wanna know if you can find the formula with a little AVE or an AVG, they both mean average. And either you're not doing it or you're not
The
finding it.
same formula?
I got the right
Yeah.
answer, but.
None of them have average next to it? Do they have the word average next to it? Average velocity? They do? They don't? Because these two numbers are pretty close to the same. Would it make sense if I said, in 1 second, we don't fall very far?
Yeah.
In 2 seconds, we fall farther?
Yeah.
In 3 seconds, we fall farther than that?
Yep.
And then,
Hit the ground.
and then in the 5th second, we fall even farther?
Yep.
So, right about here, I think in green, we did this the first day. The first day of this kind of stuff. The first second, you fall 9.8 meters. If we use the concept of, this is where you either tune out and you never get this, or you tune in and you get this.
What is that? Is that velocity?
When you fall, all of these G's that are up here, what kind of a number is gravity? Gravity is a measure of a word. Acceleration. And the label on acceleration is meters per second each second. So if gravity accelerates objects near Earth, probably Newtonian gravity. If gravity causes objects near Earth to accelerate 9.8 meters per second each second, writing it this way instead of, and then moving on, is the key to understanding it. How far do you fall in the second second?
In a second? The second.
It's 9.8 twice, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I'm gonna do this. 19.6 meters. And in the third second, it's 9.8 times 3. So it's 28.4, 29.4. So after 3 seconds, how far did he fall?
You just keep adding up till you get to that second thing.
Well, these two added to that 0.6 is 30, so that's 49. So that's 58.8. Am I right?
Yeah.
Did we get 58.8 in any of these
No.
maths we did?
That means we did it all wrong.
What happens if you take this 29.4 times 3?
I'll probably get the answer.
Yeah, I'll check it.
I'll check it, but you know.
Okay, so we did it all wrong.
No, you did it all right, you just plugged in the wrong number to start.
It's like 88.2.
What number?
29.4 times 3?
What'd you get?
We're at 88.2.
Oh, yeah, that's what I got.
Well, it's pretty much 30, right? 30 times 3 is 90, so it's going to be 88.
Man, you're smart. I wish I could do that.
It's just number sense.
I know, I don't have no number sense.
Well, when you added these, didn't you take the 29.4 and see that 0.6 right there and just pull it down and make it a 30?
No.
And 30 and 49 is a heck of a lot easier than adding those two numbers together.
My brain don't think like that.
Because 30 and 19 is 49, and you can do that all day, right? With half your brain tied behind your back.
Why do we just use old?
What are we?
Well, according to this, the answer is 58.8 meters.
So if we're wrong, another answer.
What happens if you go to the internet and say, how far does an object fall in 3
That's what I
seconds?
had.
Does it not give you an answer?
It gives you an answer.
What, we'll go find it. See what it said?
That's literally what I had in the first place.
Using that one?
What are we looking for again?
No.
I'm lost.
Yeah, I had like the
Hey, Snyder, what are we looking for?
How far does an object fall in 3 seconds?
In 3 seconds?
In 3 seconds. Because that's what C asked you, right?
Yeah, I thought we figured that out. We had 76.299 meters.
Well, you did figure it out. Go to the internet and see if your answer's right. There's a calculator out there somewhere that shows you if an object falls this long, it's gonna go that far.
VF equals G.
I can't calculate
I don't know why.
Sometimes the internet's not always right.
Right, but obviously our calculations aren't always right either, because we've got 3 different answers up
They
here.
are.
Yep.
I don't think the internet's right.
Okay,
So
my brain's not
like,
flat.
wrong,
What
so-
kind of converter would that be?
I don't know, but are you telling me you can't just type that in and it doesn't?
Nobody knows anymore, okay?
how far does it
Lay
go?
off.
First 30 seconds.
72 meters
Fall
in 3
time.
seconds. Okay, whatever.
Hey, Brittany's trying to tell you something.
Yahoo Answers, I know, that's where she found it.
Communicate.
You want distance, I got free fall distance and velocity. Does that work?
No, probably not.
I'm just gonna do like a fall in the body.
My first answer in my search was the physics classroom, again.
Wait, would 44.12 sound right?
Says VF times GT.
Oh, what did I do? Exactly that.
Exactly what Brittany did.
What
But it's
did
wrong.
you say? Say
I
again.
just questioned it.
You have to say it.
Did I come in here and tell you what the answers were? Or did I ask questions?
You ask questions.
Now, time out a second. There's a lesson there. Did you ask yourself those same questions before I got here? You should have asked yourself those same questions on Monday. I've asked you to do research at least twice today, right?
We did.
And you already did research on Monday, so you had a lot of the research done, but I asked you to do 2 more pieces of research, right? Questioning is the skill of the day, people. You have all kinds of numbers. You have facts and figures. Figures can't lie. The math is the math. 29.4 times 19.6. It's probably gonna be somewhere around the same answer all day long, right? Is this math right?
I don't even,
This is
yeah,
30,
I'm
that's
lost.
20. Should our answer not be bigger than 50?
What are those numbers even?
And it should be bigger than 50.
Okay. So, if we had 30 and 20 and 10, should our answer not be 60?
I don't know. It's 60.
Okay. So,
Are you an 8 on it?
that's just math sense, people.
You should see my math.
It's literally 4th and 5th
You know
grade
what?
stuff.
You don't have to hate on us. We're
I
trying.
think so.
Is this formula right? Is this formula right?
I think we should test it.
Is the factor label right?
It's free shipping.
You get 3 different answers, right? Which one's the right answer, or was Brittany right to start with?
Maybe Brittany was right. Let's just settle it.
No, I wasn't right. I'm never right.
Yeah, that is true.
Way to
You always
boost your
tell her, no,
confidence.
you always tell her she's wrong, TBH. And then you say, she knows how to do it, but then you say,
Then
it's
I'm wrong.
wrong.
You tell me I know how to do it.
Like, just in chemistry this morning. Brittany knows how to do it, but she's wrong.
Yeah.
Chill.
I am as too.
If I keep reading on this same page, the very first thing that came up in my search when I typed in the sentence
PW.
that I asked for, which is how far will an object fall in 3 seconds?
I looked about
No,
15 of them up,
I know,
and it's all like roughly around here.
sure. Are you done now?
Yeah.
The second thing on that page says the distance that a free-falling object has fallen from a position of rest is also dependent on the time of the fall.
You erased mine.
This distance can be computed by use of the formula d equals 1/2 gt squared. Did you use d equals 1/2 gt squared?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Can you just tell me an answer right now, please?
No, I can't,
Well, why not?
because that's not the right thing to do.
Well, you erased my answer, so I don't know what I have, so I can't put that back
The
down.
formula that I got from a certain dress lover in the back was not quite right. You told me g squared t?
Which one?
Take.
You did.
I think so.
It's gt squared. It says so right there.
So it's right.
On the physics classroom, no. You squared the g instead
But
of
I
squaring
don't
the t.
care.
Yes, you have to care.
No.
Because if you take this formula
We get out.
and plug in the numbers, you'll be fine. So, our velocity of our fall is 1/2,
Everyone agree with this part?
9.8
Yes,
meters per
ma'am.
No.
I do.
I got like 20 point something.
Oh, I got that.
I got that.
I got 20.7.
Well, we obviously got it right and Hannah's wrong.
No, just let me tell you how I did it.
Let her, I guess, let her tell you, Britt.
No, because I'm doing F, because we don't have enough time for this.
Okay. I don't care anymore.
Wait, let me check it. Make sure I got it right.
Can we do this math for me, please?
Yes, it's 2.
What? Okay, so 9.8 divided by 1 times 0. And then
Times
times
9,
9.
3 squared.
44.1.
Does everybody see how I got meters on that label?
Yeah. I do, the second crossed out, right?
Well, this second and this second crossed out. But that should probably be written that way. So there's 2 seconds here, and this is meters per second, and meters per second means the second's on the bottom, and then I have to take out the other second. And that's what Brittany had, I believe, right? Was it Brittany that had 44.1, or was that the second answer we got?
That was like every Friday.
That was the second answer we got. Brittany had 50-something.
So that one
Is
is
right.
correct.
That one is correct.
Oh,
Okay, well, you
everyone.
made me erase it last time. You did. Because you had like 70 something, and I thought that was right.
It was 44.1.
You squared the g instead of squaring the t.
Well, on my work.
And if
I
you
think
square
I
the
have T.
9.8 instead of squaring the 3, you're
Yeah,
gonna
on
be
my
off.
work I have the T squared.
Cool. And now Brittany's working on F. So Brittany did a pretty good job on this so far. She just plugged in one wrong number. You can't take the, all V's are not the same. Some of them are VI's, some of them are VF's, and some of them are V averages. And you have to know which one you got, you have to know which one you need.
I don't know.
The questioning thing is how you get to know if your answers are right without having an answer key.
You gotta test them.
If you're able to question it, and you question it the way I did, you're gonna come up with the right answer eventually. You're gonna be able to go down the wrong path. And if you just keep questioning, you're gonna end up on the right path eventually. You have to. One of the 21st century skills that we talked about on the first day of the quarter was tenacity. The ability to stick with something until you get it right. That's a job skill.
That's a big word. I don't memorize big words.
Oh, come on.
I really memorize.
Tenacity is way shorter than stick-to-itiveness.
What did you just say?
Stick-to-itiveness. The ability to stick to it.
Stick-to-itiveness, that's not a word.
I know. But I was taught that word first. It's kind of a redneck word.
Nervousness. Nervousness? Nervousness.
She says, oh my.
That's a word. Oh, that is a,
Why would you say nervousness? I'm sure he was nervous.
because in her sentence, nervousness made more sense.
So you're saying.
Should I explain that?
And Brittany says,
He said something
All that works.
failing and then she said,
Okay, so
Yeah, I did
1,000
that.
meters in a kilometer, so that means you would be going 65,000 meters per hour. And then I looked up a thingy, and it said that if you're going 65 kilometers per hour, that means you're going 18.06 meters per second. And then 75 divided by that equals 4.15.
that's
so
what I got.
takes the ball 5.1 seconds. So he would have to add force to get the ball down the cliff in 4.15 seconds. And so then the ball has to go 132 meters in 4.15 seconds. And then you go over here and do distance equals rate times time. So 132 equals rate times 4.15, and then you divide it. Then 31.8 meters per second equals the rate. So he would have to make the ball go 31.8 meters per second
That's what I got.
in order to hit the guy.
that is,
All right.
All
What I
wrong.
did, but
Wait.
it took a while to guess that.
That's, what is this?
Close
F?
enough.
that's fairly impressive.
Guarantee it's all wrong.
Try.
Nope, good job.
I can't send it back.
Doubt it.
I want somebody out there, not you,
I actually look at all my work for that
I
one.
saw that work. I want somebody out
That's
there to tell me what this is.
Meters.
Where'd it come from?
Came from equation.
Why is it there?
The equation.
Because he ran away 75 meters away, went down velocity. Ran away, head down.
So the Roadrunner went 75 meters sideways?
He has to.
Yeah.
That far.
Oh, so the coyote's standing here and the Roadrunner's 75 meters over there?
Yeah.
So this is basically
How far?
figuring out,
How far? Like it's in there so that you can figure out how long it's gonna take him to get there.
how far it takes the Roadrunner to get there. Very good. But there is no formula on top of this.
It was given.
This formula has been given.
You
Yeah,
can't
she got it up
formula.
there. She
Not
made it up there
formula.
on top.
It's literally not a formula.
You have meters.
Read it. Read that. It says you divide it.
I don't think we dared.
Then you would divide it.
In your writing, the stuff that you wrote.
Yes,
Says
but
you
I'm not
divide.
gonna write that much
Yeah,
stuff
let's
out
study
of there.
here for us.
Yes.
Then
There's gotta be a formula though, that says you have to take the meters divided by the seconds.
Miles per hour,
This is not,
meters per second, whatever.
this is not in
Yeah,
Meters
I
per
failed that
second.
quiz.
you did great. You did absolutely the right stuff. I would like to see more formulas in there
She's smart.
that show where you got your stuff from. She wrote stuff out.
Yeah.
I can see her work. She wrote paragraphs, literally. She did great work on that one.
Literally.
Literally,
Good
it
job.
took like half a page.
It's not just a whole bunch of sentences all mashed
Congrats.
together into one paragraph, which is also English, good job. Okay? Did everybody else get the same answer?
Yes.
I
Moving
got that
on.
answer, yes.
Does that answer the question?
Jesus
Yes.
Christ.
I think so.
What was the question for F? What downward velocity would you have to give the ball? Did she give me a velocity? Is her answer a velocity?
Yes.
No,
Are you
it's
sure?
not.
How do
It's
you know?
meters per second.
R.
What is meters per second?
A velocity.
Distance.
Yes, it is.
Oh, shoot.
That's the very first thing teachers check. Math teachers and science teachers. The question asks you to give a velocity. Did you give a velocity? If your answer's in meters, you're wrong. I don't even have to check it. You're wrong.
Second. Slash
Her
second.
answer's in meters per second.
Yeah, that's right.
She did it right.
What? I did something right for once?
That's like 5 times I said that.
No.
I said you did great work.
That's
I
like
said
the
you did
first
good
time
work.
you've said that in a year.
I literally
What,
just
the answer's right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of avoid the answers right.
I kind of just wanted to do F. I didn't care about all the beginning ones.
F was hard, and you did a good job on it. Everybody else got that.
We have like 2 minutes left.
I know. Questions on the rest of it?
No.
Did you learn anything from looking at
Yes,
other
but
people's work?
the class makes me wanna kill myself.
Time out. Does that thing that you picked up, that you did wrong, that we got straight today on the board? Do you need to go look at the rest of your answers and maybe fix one of them because it has the same kind of
No,
process?
no, I was right. You were wrong.
Okay? You get another one of these, you're all gonna get them right?
You're just jealous.
Not
that
all
I
of them, I
was
might
smart.
do something wrong. I might misplace numbers like you said you
He's
did.
just jealous of me.
That's minor in my world. As long as your process is right, you're gonna get most of the points for stuff. Any engineering project, they have other people look at their work. So if your process is right and you fat fingered the calculator or you grab the wrong number, they'll catch that and you won't get fired. But if your process is wrong, you're probably gonna lose your job.
Hey, do the bonus one, cause I don't know how to do the bonus.
It took like 4 minutes.
Do we have time?
No. Settle down.
Well, then just come over here and explain it to me.
You're not
Making
here
me
18
mad.
minutes after? We still have 10 minutes.
I don't care, just come over here, no one else
We
cares.
do not. We have like 4.
No one else cares, just come over here and explain it.
The rest of them need to care.
That is true.
If
No
I'm
one
gonna
else,
toss the ball,
no one else cares, just, oh my god. Yes,
Right?
except the part I'm confused on, it says like you have an upward velocity of 6 meters per second. So it's like how long does it take to come back to your hand? 6 meters per second, but it doesn't tell you how long it takes. So the answer is literally 6 meters per second.
In the verse, I get to go to the bacon.
Cause it doesn't tell you how far you threw it. And you like have to know how far you threw it.
yes, you do. So we need to know this distance. Right? Because you know when you throw something up, it stops, right? And then it comes back down? Why does it stop?
Gravity.
Absolutely. So what number's gonna have to be in here somewhere?
9.8,
9.8 meters per second squared is gonna be in here somewhere.
9.8 is gonna be on that side, like point with your marker. No, over. It's gonna be like, what are you doing? No. Why
Well,
did you make
hang on a
that
second.
giant arc if you're not gonna use it?
Because
You piss me off.
this is over time.
Well, the 9.8 is only on
Right.
the part that comes down, like.
But in reality, it goes straight up, it comes straight down.
Yeah, but like, it comes like on the down part.
So we have an A and a B. And A and B are the same.
Yeah.
And it goes up and it stops because of gravity.
I'm gonna kill everybody.
And the up is exactly the same as the down. In distance, is it the same in time? It goes up, it comes back down. Is the going up the same amount of time as the going down?
Yes, so
Yeah.
it's literally the answer is 6 meters per second because you didn't give us a distance. You didn't say challenging on this one, and this one was
What
challenging.
is 6 meters per second?
How long it
Meters per second is a,
Distance, not distance.
I don't know.
same thing it was over here 3 minutes ago.
Velocity.
It's a velocity. So if I give you an upward velocity of 6 meters per second, what do you do with that? What does gravity do with that? Does gravity make it go faster or slower?
Slower.
Gravity's always this way, right? So I have 6 meters per second this way. And gravity is what?
9.8.
So that has to be longer than that. And it has to be
I
this
can't
way.
do a daycare today.
9.8 meters per second.
It just makes me happy.
So I have to combine these two?
Yeah.
Yep.
It puts me in a better mood.
When I throw something up with a velocity of 6 meters per second, does it go up for a whole second?
No.
If it went up for a whole second, what velocity would I have to give it?
If they change the
Have to
rules,
add.
then you can do like a-
I'd have to give it exactly 9.8 meters per second up.
So you gotta add up to 6 meters. You gotta
Add about
So-
6.
My up is gonna be less than 1 second,
Yeah.
And if my up and down are the same, my up and down is gonna be less than 2 seconds, right?
I don't get what we're talking about, so no.
Yeah.
I don't
That's
know
because you quit
anymore.
listening and started
Yeah,
talking.
because you just need to give me the answer.
I don't have the answer. I have the process. The answers are
We
irrelevant.
got the process.
The
We just
process
need
is
the answer.
everything. No, you don't have the process.
How do you know?
Okay, hold
Because I'm
up.
giving it to you and you won't
Hold
listen.
up, okay, so it goes up at 6 meters per second, and then you have to add in the 9.8 meters per second, so then it would be when it goes down. But like when it's going up, it's at 6 meters per second the whole time, but when it goes
No.
down, you have to add the.
It's not. Because when I throw this marker up, it stops right here.
Well, I mean, other than when it stops, and when it goes up, it's at 6 meters per
Okay.
second.
But wait, when I let go of it, it was going 6 meters per second. When it got here, it was going 0 meters per second.
Bonus, this is dumb.
In between here and there, did it speed up or slow down or stay the same?
It slowed down because of
Yes.
gravity was.
So when it goes from here to here, it's going slower and slower and slower and slower and 0.
But then when you
So
go
the
down, it's
answer is
faster.
0. It's not possible. The answer is not possible.
Right here, it's going 6 meters per second. Right here, it's going 0 meters per second. What does
So-
that tell you?
Every second it goes slower.
Yeah. So when you go down.
So then it's like 1 second it's like 5, 2 seconds it's at 4, at 3 seconds it's like.
That's a VI and a VF. Oh crap, we had formulas with VI and
I'm
VF, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
They're in parentheses.
And that's a G. Do we have formulas with VI, VF, and G?
Can you just write the formula down? I really don't feel like thinking that long.
Do you think I memorized a whole bunch of formulas?
You said
Really
you had
think
to.
I mememorized the whole chemistry book and the whole physics book?
You said you had to.
You
And the whole
could've.
physical science book?
Yes?
I wouldn't have.
How do you know so much?
Process.
I don't know what that means.
Questioning. I can ask questions and figure out the process to get to the answer. You don't have to memorize anything if you can learn to ask the right questions and figure out the process. You can apply that to any new situation. You can't apply stuff you memorize to new situations. That's the difference between learning and memorizing. That's what I've been trying to get you to do all year. This is a VI, this is a VL. For a while it's going up. As soon as it stops and turns and starts coming down, then 0 is a VI, and 6 is a VL. And if we can figure out how long it takes to go up, it's going to be the same to come down. All we have to do is double it.
Can I go to sleep?
Yes. When school's done.
I got work, so.
Yeah. Oh, look, my
That's your
computer's
life.
dying. Sorry, I can't finish this.
Can you finish it from there?
No.
Now that I've given you that much?
Just leave it on.
Okay, fine. Do you want me to finish it? Do you want me to actually try to do it?
For class on Friday. I'd like to have them all
I
finished.
won't be here.
All of them?
Okay. You're going to have it done and in Edmodo though, right?
No, I'll be here.
Did you just change your mind?
I might be a little bit late.
Oh, look at that. I can.